Hello adventurers, it is I, Soulist Venture, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today it is a Friday, but instead of a board game, I decided that I will show you guys how I play Sunrot. Sunrot is a tabletop RPG that is GM led, and the main mechanic is card flipping. And this is a really cool theme, and I feel like the rules are very light, and you can see like how tiny the rules are, but it's really just up to you how you want to make it. So what you need to play, you need the character decks, which are these down here. We have a wizard, a cleric, a fighter, and an astrologer. But we also have an oracle, and this is a character that is needed to be kept alive in order to, I guess, win the game. And then you also have cards for monsters, which will hunt down each of these characters here. And we have a board here. This is a very, obviously it's homemade and very shitty, but there is a grid on here to kind of track like where the characters are on the battle map, like here. And then we do need 3 or more 6-sided dice, and then we can track time, but how I'm actually going to be playing is I'm going to use this to kind of track the rounds. So I'm going to show you guys kind of my own solo rules for this kind of game. And then I think the main thing is that I need an oracle, and I just kind of needed some structure on how I want the waves of monsters to kind of like come in. So I'll show you a little bit of kind of the setting and the, I guess, campaign that I created for myself to play Sunrot, and we will get to it. So also just a note, there are some solo rules that are in the works by the designer themselves, and I've like chatted with them. They're like super cool, but this is just my own solo rules set and mechanics just based off of like how I personally play. And so here are some rules here. And we have actions, which can be non-combat, or you can have basic attacks, or you can have your special attacks, which would be found in your particular deck. So just to go over it, we have a wizard here. So the wizard, you can see here are the wounds, the movement, and actions. So he can take 2 actions, 3 tiles to move, and 3 wounds. That would be his health. And then these are a set of cards. And this is kind of the tricky part, is once you use an action, you can't use it again. So you have to be very mindful and be a little more familiar with what is in your deck here. Okay, and then that's the same kind of thing for all of these other characters. So for our cleric, our fighter, and then our astrologer, and each character kind of has their own little special abilities here. Like for example, the cleric, he has this type of ability, Celestial Rebuke. Stun any enemy that damages you the first time they damage you. So that's handy to note. And then we also have our oracle here. So our oracle, he has three wounds, 3 movement, and 2 actions. And the cool thing about the oracle is he is the messenger of the gods, so he can invoke divine interventions, which would be in this particular deck. And so a note about the oracle here. So this is an NPC that must be protected, and you can use divine intervention 3 times per game. And this oracle is needed to be alive for victory, unless ... up to you as the GM what you want that to look like. And so how turns kind of work, movement is always up to 3 tiles. Any actions cost 1, and you can move again, and then you can talk, interact, and fight. And then you flip a card when you succeed, and you immediately resolve the card's effect. Survival tips: monsters always move toward the nearest character. I like to think that monsters really want their hands on the oracle, so For me, I'm always thinking that monsters want to go after this particular NPC. Dead monsters drop treasure, which can be found here. And then the exit requires half of all living characters and the oracle to activate. And sacrifice is required, so depending on what that looks like, that's kind of up to you for your own interpretation. So now we're going to go over the core mechanics. So it's a roll to hit. So if you have a 4 or up for attacks and actions, that is a success. And then if you have a 5 and up, you can resist different effects like poison or stun or something. And now each character gets 2 actions per turn, and you can move up to 3 tiles. So this is kind of nice how these little cheat sheets are on these nice cards here. And now for the solo player. The solo player can control four PCs, but I decided to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the oracle always needs to be one of the characters that you choose. And for the actions and the success, you need to roll a d6. And so usually a 4 and up or a 5 and up, that would be a success. And when you have that success, then you can flip either a card from your own character deck, your special deck, or it could be a basic attack deck, or from the non-combat deck. And now, for my own oracle, I will be rolling a d20, and I'll be rolling 2, and basically, if I see that the majority is a 1 to a 9, that'd be a no. If it's a 10, that's a twist. 11 to a 20, that would be a yes. And for the number of monsters that appear, I believe it depends on the round or the board. So usually it would be, for the first wave, it would be 1 or 2 monsters for each player there. Okay. And then another thing that I like to do also is to just roll a d6 to just see how many monsters pop up. But that's just me personally, especially if I'm only playing with like a couple of PCs. But since we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think it's fair to just do 1 per player. So when we are just about to play our first wave, so our first board here, there's always going to be a random event for each wave. And so you start with 1 random event, and then after the PCs and the NPCs go, depending on how it goes, hopefully they all survive the first wave, then the second wave will roll for, or not roll, will flip for a new event. Again, it's really up to you how you want to structure this. This is rules light, and so the designer really wants to just give you choices as a GM and how you want to play this. And now for proximity, I just like to think close, near, and far. And if I ever roll a 6 for combat, that would give me double attacks. So yeah, I guess we can get right into it. And the kind of my idea for this type of game and the setting is I actually used my Shadow Dark supplements and the core rulebook for some inspiration. So I used this folk horror supplement designed for use with Shadow Dark. It's Foreboding, Folklore, and Force Forlorn. And you can see this is by E.M. Hundis. I think that's how you pronounce it. But it's a really cool book for just inspo and just really cool ideas for different adventures and campaigns. But basically, for this one, there is a temple that these heroes need to go into, and they basically need to reach the top level of the temple in order to quote unquote turn off this activated altar. So there's a mysterious evil that is lurking in the world, and it actually activated this altar that summoned a bunch of these monsters that are lurking in the tunnels of this temple, and only the Oracle has the power to turn off that altar. So that is kind of the storyline. And basically, if the characters fail, then all these monsters now, since they are in the temple, they will now go off into the local like villages and stuff and destroy everything. So that's kind of the goal for these adventurers, is to protect the Oracle and make sure that the Oracle gets to the top level of that temple in order to deactivate that altar. So just a note that what's included in the box of Sunrot, so just the core box here, are just the cards. So these dice, these are mine. These meeples I got from a friend. I obviously made this, and then these are just little sea glass that I kind of want to use to represent some barriers or traps or something within the game. So if I place like a sea glass here, that would mean that these 4 tiles are completely blocked and characters would have to go around. This would mean only 1 tile is blocked. This would mean that 2 tiles are blocked. And then this one, I kind of want to use this as like a trap or something. There might be a trap here. So yeah, all right. So that's kind of what I want to do to use that. So I think to just set the scene, we are going to be entering the first floor of the temple. And I do want to see how many obstacles are kind of like in the way here. So as our characters, I'm going to have red as the Oracle. So he'll start over here. And then the astrologer will be pink. And then the fighter will be brown. And then green will be cleric. And then we have the wizard here who will be blue. And I'm going to use this 1d4 to just represent this is the first wave. All right, so as they are approaching, as they actually entered into the doors of the temple, and let's see how many obstacles are there. Okay, so there's 2. So there's 2 obstacles. So as they enter into the temple, they see there are 2, we'll call them these 2 statues. Maybe they are statues of guardian angels, and they are put there to kind of show the protection and sanctity of this temple. And now we will roll for the random event, or not roll, I keep saying roll, I mean flip the card for a random event. Okay, so we have here Looter's Rush. So 3 treasure tokens appear, but also spawn a hostile civilian near each one. Okay, so 3 treasure tokens appear, and they spawn a hostile civilian near each one. Okay, so maybe these are 3 civilians that are probably possessed by all the monsters shown here. So I think what I'm going to do to represent, I'm going to use these 2 actually. So maybe in front of the 2 statues, the guardian angels, we will do, instead of 3, I'll just say 2. There are 2 treasure tokens that appear, but in front of these are, in front of the treasure, there are civilians too, near each one. So this will represent a civilian with a treasure. And so we can see what 2 items these 2 hold. Okay. And so now we will see for monsters here. So monsters, I don't really like the rule for 1 for each player, just because I feel like that's just too much to like track right now. So I think I'm actually gonna roll for it and use my solo rules and see a d6. Okay, so we got 4, so that would mean 3 monsters appear here. So they will appear here, here, and here. Okay. And now for the 3 monsters, we have a Void Leech, we have a Probability Devourer, and a Negation Titan. Oh man. Okay. So I guess we will go ahead and start. So we'll roll for initiative. So this will be for my players. Okay, so we got 18. Highest will go. Okay, yep, so we will go first. So this is the Oracle. So the Oracle always needs to be protected. So I will say do I want my Astrologer to go first? Or maybe, you know what? I feel like my Oracle, he would probably want to see if he can try to remove the demonic possession that these 2 civilians are kind of struggling with right now. So I almost want him, I kind of want him to see if he can, I don't know, mumble some random ass words to get rid of the demons that are possessing these civilians. So I think my Oracle is going to say like, hey, I'll say my fighter, I would need some protection as I'm going to try to remove these bad spirits from the civilians. So I think along with my fighter, he's going to go. So this Oracle, 1, 2. Actually, yeah, I'll leave him here. So he's going to move 2 spaces, 1, 2, and he will perform an action. And so let's see. I think with the type of action that he wants to do. So he wants to try to get rid of that possession. And the fighter over here, he's probably going to keep a close eye on him. So I'll have my fighter move as well. 1, 2, and like just watch over the Oracle. So now the Oracle, let's see if these civilians are if they want to immediately attack or if they can sense who this guy is. So I'm going to ask the Oracle, and I want to ask, do the hostile civilians know who the Oracle is? Let's see. So we got 11 and a 10. I think that was a 10, yeah. So that's kind of nearing more of a twist / a yes. So I'm almost thinking that the human side of them kind of can sense that this Oracle is meant to save them, but the demonic side of them is also trying to resist. And so I think they would kind of want to move away and see. But before they move, I do want to give the Oracle a chance here to see if he can remove these the bad spirits. So I think I'm going to do a I think this will be a non-combat kind of action. Or you know what? It could be a resist action. Yeah, we can go with that. So let's see how this goes. 2. Okay, so that was a fail. So he wasn't able to understand, I guess, kind of what was happening with this particular civilian. And he moves, the civilian moves away. So that's 1 action, and he did move only twice, so I think he's going to try again. So he's going to move again and try. So this is his 2nd action, and that's his last movement there. So that's a 1. Okay, yep, so that was a complete fail there. Okay, so now for our fighter. So I think our fighter, I think he would just immediately want to try to defeat these possessed civilians, and he's telling the Oracle there's no chance, we have to get rid of these guys. So I think for the fighter, he is definitely going to he's going to attack. So our fighter is going to try to attack that one. Okay, so we got a 2, so that was a fail. So maybe he dodges. This civilian was able to dodge, and so now let's see, 1 more movement and 1 more action. Now the fighter is going to try to get rid of the other civilian here. Let's see. 6. Oh, perfect. So that will be double attack. And so with his sword, he's able to attack these civilians. And since there's no stats for them, I'm just assuming they only have one wound. And so now, with that being a success, he can play a card. And it says here, Inspiring Presence. Deal 1 damage to your target. An ally within 3 tiles can immediately take an action. Oh, so that's perfect. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. So I guess our Oracle has a chance. So I can deal 1 damage to my target over here. So this guy was able to die, and he takes this item. And then now for our Oracle here, let's see if he's able to take that action. Oh, 5 and up. Yes. Okay, so he was able to do that. So he was able to rescue this civilian and remove the demonic spirits, and the civilian will drop this particular item for the Oracle. So the Sage's Bag, heal 1 damage, 3 uses. Oh, that's really nice. Okay, and so the civilian is saying thank you, and now the Oracle is telling him, okay, like run off now that you can. So the civilian has run off into safety, and sadly this other one couldn't make it. But we did get some good, some cool loot here. So we have a Sage's Bag, and this one, the Phoenix Feather Cape. Once per game, return to life with 1 HP when killed, but catch fire. Interesting. Okay, so I will leave that there. Actually, I'll have all my characters kind of share items, maybe, just to make it easier. So, yeah, I'm gonna put this in a pile to just save it. Yeah, so everyone will just be sharing. Okay, so since I used this card, so I can't use this anymore, so I'm just gonna put it at the bottom with my deck flipped up, so then I know. Okay, and then now we have our cleric and our wizard and our astrologer. So I think for our astrologer, he will just move 1, 2, 3 and just catch up and make sure that he's keeping a close eye on the Oracle here. And then we have the cleric. So the cleric will probably want to stay close to the Oracle as well. 1, 2, 3. And then our wizard, I kind of want him to move along with the fighter here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So maybe the wizard is observing and looking at the 2 angelic statues and kind of looking upon it. Maybe he is trying to see if there's anything special about these 2 statues. So let's see. Is there anything interesting or odd about these 2 statues? So we got 4 and a 4. So that means that's a definite no. Okay, sweet. So nothing odd, just stone statues. All right, now the 3 monsters are moving in close. So let's see what these guys are now up to. We'll have the Void Leech come up. So he will move 3. And he's definitely going to try to go for the Oracle here. 1, 2, and 3. So he's coming around the corner of that angelic statue there. Okay, so it says here, successful attacks stun the target until end of the next turn, unless resisted. Pursues wounded characters. Okay, so let's see if this Void Leech is able to do let's see. I wonder if he's able to do like a ranged attack. Like I'm kind of picturing him kind of like sneaky and sly, and he can like stretch out. So let's see if he's able to reach this Oracle and do a ranged attack here. So let's roll the Oracle here. Okay, so we got a 12 and a 13. Ooh, so that is a yes. Okay, so he is able to make a ranged attack targeting this Oracle. Okay, so now let's see if he is able to attack the Oracle here. All right. So 3, okay, that is completely a miss. And the Oracle was able to dodge really quick. And he's saying, guys, watch out for that Void Leech. And then now, the Probability Devourer. So I feel like this guy, he would definitely want to try and maybe go around the statue to kind of see if he could sneak up on the Oracle here. Okay, so he is going to move 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And when this deals damage, target saves or takes double damage from all sources until next turn. Heals from nearby failed saves. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, he is far from anyone that he could possibly attack. Okay, so let's see if he's able to do a non-combat action. Ooh, a 6. Yep, so that is definite non-combat action. Okay. So he succeeds with style. One ally within 3 tiles can immediately attempt the same type of action with +1 to their roll. Okay, so meaning this guy would have a +1 to the next roll. Okay. Alright, so that is for the Probability Devourer. And then now, the Negation Titan. So he can move up to 6. Alright. So when this deals damage, target saves or cannot receive help for 1 round, creates vision blocking zones. Okay, so this big guy's coming in hot and he will move 6. So 1, 2, 3, and let's see, he would definitely want to try to attack this wizard here. So let's see. Yeah, so we'll roll. Okay, so he has a 5. Yep. Ooh, that is a success. Okay, so he will deal 3 damage to the wizard here. And when this deals damage, target saves or cannot receive help for 1 round, creates vision blocking zones. Okay, so he will attack the wizard for 3. But let's see if the wizard can do a dodge. So this will be a resist. I'll call it a resist roll here. Let's see. Oh no, he wasn't able to. Okay, so that means our wizard is down. Okay, so our wizard is down, sadly. And the Negation Titan makes his way over. So that he moved 3, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. I think he would definitely want to try to get the... Oh, wait, no. He has 1 more. So he definitely wants to get the Oracle. So here's 6. And he already did 1 action. So now it is our turn. Okay, so now... Oh, what do we do? So this Oracle guy is surrounded. So I think he's definitely going to try to retreat. So he's going to move 1... Yeah, probably just 1 back right now. And I think this fighter is going to do his best to go around the Titan. So he moved 1, and he will definitely try to attack this Titan over here. So let's see. Let's see if he's able to. Oh, 1. Okay, that was a complete fail. Do we have anything? Once per game, return to life with 1 HP when killed. Oh, I guess I could try to apply this to the wizard. Yeah. Okay. I'll keep that in mind, actually. So, okay, so this fighter, he wasn't able to attack, and he completely missed trying to attack the Negation Titan. So I think now he will try again. 5. Oh, good. Okay, that is a yes. So he is able to attack, and let's see what happens here. A defensive stance. So +2 to your save rolls until your next turn. Stun the nearest foe for 1 round. Ooh, yes. So this Negation Titan is now stunned, and he can't move or attack. but he is blocking vision. So, okay, that's something to keep in mind. So that was my fighter's second action there. And then now for the astrologer. So the astrologer, he's coming around and he sees the Titan laying on the stone floor here. And let's see if he is able to make an attack. So we will roll. I do want him to see if he can attack the negation Titan. Since he is stunned, he will get advantage here. So 3, and we roll again. 1. Okay, so we take the 3, but that's still a fail. I think he will try... I think he'll try again, actually. So let's see if he can make another attack. 1. Whoops. Let me roll again. 6. Perfect. So this is double the attacks. So that's nice. Cosmic Whispers. Learn one secret about the current board from the GM and act again. Okay, well that's cool. Let's see. A secret about the current board. Maybe the negation Titan. I don't even know. What would be a secret about the current board here? Ooh, maybe the negation Titan is holding 2 items instead. Yeah, I like that idea. So the negation Titan has 2 particular items that he is holding. That'll be helpful for him. And now we can act again here. So let's see. We got a 3. Okay, so that was a fail. Oh well. Okay. So now, okay, so that was the astrologer's move, and let's see. I think now would be let me see. I think maybe the cleric. Yeah. Okay. So now it would be the cleric's turn. So the cleric is green. So the cleric will probably go around 3 movements here. And it says here, stun any enemy that damages you for the first time. They damage you. Okay. So we're going to move 1, 2, and 3. And let's see if this cleric is able to do a ranged attack against the negation Titan. 12, and I think this is a 20. Yeah, okay, so yes, he's able to make a ranged attack here. So let's see if he's able to. 1, okay, that was a fail, but they are at advantage because he is stunned right now. 5, perfect. So let's see what happens. Kill target ally to fully heal all other allies. Oh man. Okay, well, our wizard is down. Oh man, that's hard. You know what? I might want to do that for my wizard. I think I kind of want the astrologer to die. Okay, yeah, so he's aiming at... Yeah, I think he's doing that. So he's going to aim for the astrologer. So the astrologer, sadly, is dead. And then now the wizard has revived. Okay. And then, let's see, what do we want our wizard to do now? So now that our wizard is fully healed and brought back to life here. Okay. Yeah, that's how I'm going to interpret it. So, yeah, so our wizard... Okay, let's see. Use consumables 1 extra time. Okay. Well, I do want to see if my wizard can move. Oh, maybe he can move, like, this way. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And let's do an action. Let's see if he can kill the leech here. 1. Okay. Oh, that was a fail. Okay. Let's try again for his second action here. 3. Okay. So sadly, he was not able to kill the leech. The leech is able to block and dodge all his moves, and now the wizard is kind of just stuck there right now. Okay, so now it is the opponent's turn. So this leech, he's going to try to attack maybe the wizard, since now that the oracle is back there. So let's see if he's able to attack. 4. Okay, yep, so that is 1 damage. I'm just going to move him to the side to show that 1 damage was hit. And then he is kind of surrounded, so I don't think the leech will move. And then now, for the probability devourer, he's going to aim for the closest one here, since the oracle's too far. So he's going to try to target the cleric. Let's see if he's able to attack. 5, yep. So now the cleric is dealt 1 damage here. Target saves or takes damage, double damage from all sources. Okay, so let's see if the cleric is able to dodge here. Oh, 6. Okay, yes, so he was able to dodge, and we'll have him move away here. Oh, I forgot to do a dodge check for the wizard. Oh well. Okay, so now the negation titan is stunned, so we can't move. But now for the next turn, he'll move. Okay, so now we're back and to our turn, and I think our oracle. I almost want our oracle to just stay there. I don't want him to get hurt, you know? So I think now we're just gonna have our fighter. We're gonna have our fighter try to attack the negation titan. So let's see here. 2. And then, oh wait. Do I have, oh wait, no, I don't have anything. Okay, so 2, so that was a fail, so that was a complete miss. So he's going to try again. 1, 2, maybe move around the negation titan here and try to attack again. 6, perfect. So double damage here. So, oh, I forgot. So I think this guy is now down to 8 wounds, because from the last time, I forgot to mark that here. Okay. And now, reveal all hidden enemies within 5 tiles. Take another action. Well, everyone's kind of seeable, I guess. Everyone can kind of see where the monsters are. But now he can take another action. So that was, let's see, gain +1. Yeah, so let's see if he can make another action here. Let's see if he can do a basic attack. Yeah, let's do that. So 5. Okay, sweet. So for a basic attack, deal 1 wound to your target. You may immediately move 1 tile in any direction. Sweet. So that was a 6 from the last time. So I think now we're down to 6. Sweet. Okay, that was cool. And he can move 1 tile. So maybe he will move back 1. And then now, let's see, our oracle. Let's see if our oracle can make a basic attack. So our oracle will move 1, and he'll try to do a basic attack here. Let's see. 4, great, that is a success. Deal 1 wound to your target. Gain +1 to your next save roll as adrenaline courses through you. So we got a lucky strike there. So this is a 5. Great. So he's down half now. So that's good. So let's see if this titan, now that his wounds are down to 5, if he will retreat. So let's see. 3 and 3. So that is a no. Okay, he is fighting to the death. Till the death. Oh wait, I think my oracle does have 1 more action that he can take. So let's move in action. So 2. Okay, so that was a fail. So now it is the monster's turn. So I feel like this void leech over here, he is going to try and attack the wizard again and see how that goes. 2. Okay, so that was a fail. So he completely missed trying to attack the wizard. And now for the probability devourer, so he's going to move 1, 2, and 3 and try to target that oracle here. And let's see if he's able to. 4, okay, yep. So he attacks 1 damage to the oracle. Let's see if the oracle is able to dodge. 4. I was thinking resist, so that is a fail. He has to get a 5. So the oracle is down to 1 wound here. And then now for the negation titan. So let's see, the negation titan definitely wants to target the oracle. And let's see if he's able to deal any damage. 1. Okay, so that is a no. So this oracle was able to dodge their attacks. Okay, sweet. And then now for our turn. So I think our fighter is immediately going to step in here. So 1, 2, and 3 step in to try to attack the negation titan. And C, I think he would want to try to do a basic attack here. So 3, so that was a fail, so no. And he can try again for his second action. 5, sweet. So for basic attack, dodge. Your target dodges your blow. Oh, sad. Okay, so sadly, the Titan was able to completely dodge the fighter. And now for the cleric. So the cleric's going to try to attack. He's going to do a basic attack here. So 2, so that was a fail for his second action. Let's see. 1, okay, yeah, complete fail. And now this wizard, he's going to try to attack the leech here. Let's see. 3 for his first action. 1. Oh man, these guys are not doing so well on this round. Okay, and now, okay, so now for the enemy's turn. So the Void Leech is going to aim, or not aim, or yeah, aim for the wizard here. So 3, so that was a miss. And for Probability Devourer, 5. Oh man, okay, so he is able to attack the Oracle. So the Oracle, yeah, he wasn't able to dodge that. So now the Oracle, he has 1 life left. Oh, okay, so now the negation Titan over here. Let's see. A 1. Okay, so he was able to dodge. The Oracle was able to dodge there. Okay. So now for our turn, the fighter. Let's see if the fighter can attack a basic attack. Oh, yes. Okay. So doubles. Miss completely and drop any held item. Spend your next action recovering your balance. Oh, man. Okay, so I think this was the fighter's, yeah. So he unfortunately dropped the feather cape there. Oh, man. Okay. And then now for the cleric. So I think the cleric is going to try to heal the oracle here. So yeah, let's see if we can move around. 1, 2, and 3, and just see. And now the wizard. Let's see if he's able to finally defeat that void leech he's been trying to kill. 1, 6. Yes, finally. Okay, so it was a basic attack. Deal 1 wound to a random target in base contact, including yourself and allies. Your next move is in a random direction. Ooh, a wild swing. Okay, so to a random target, including yourself and allies. Well, the only target, I guess, right now is just that void leech. So this guy is dead, and he did injure himself, so now he's down to 1 wound left. But he was able to defeat this void leech, and this void leech dropped the Scroll of Mending. Fix any broken item, but break another random item. Okay. And now for yeah, so this guy is now gone, and I think he will move again this time closer to the negation titan. Okay. Now it is let's see. We did the wizard. Yeah, okay, so now it is the opponent's turn. So for the opponent, we have our Probability Devourer. He's definitely going to try to aim at the Oracle here. 2. Okay, so that was a miss. And he'll probably want to move. There you go. And now the negation titan. He's aiming for the oracle. Oh, that's sad. Okay, so the oracle has died. Okay, well, the oracle has died, and they need the guy in order to get him to the altar, sadly. So, okay, well, that was a loss this time for our Sunrot adventure. But I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. Of course, these are my own rules, and this is how I personally like to play if I am playing Sunrot. This is definitely something where you can just tweak any rules. You can even use any of these cards as inspo for creating your adventure. But I hope you enjoyed watching this playthrough of running a Sunrot TTRPG adventure solo. Well, that is it for today's adventure. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed. Until next time.